How are you guys doing today? My name is Codemaster Jamal, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the M Audio Keystation Mini. Now, I bought this quite a while ago. Actually, I bought this 4 months back from Best Buy. It actually came in like a week earlier than what it was supposed to, and I actually meant to do this video a long time ago. The only thing is that I want to stop doing videos where I stand in front of the camera and just talk to you guys, because I realized that my game dev videos do a lot better than my other videos. I'm going to be focusing a lot more on doing game development videos versus doing videos about music. You might see me stream. Music is also important to me because without music I wouldn't have gotten into game design in the first place. Plus, I'm going to be making music for my game, so that's another thing to look out for. I had to get my little paring knife from my chef days. At first, I really wasn't gonna do this because I just realized that a lot of my music videos they get views, just not as many. They're just not as popular as my game development videos. Like, people are more attracted to my game development videos than my music, fortunately. But I need to make more music for my channel, and I just need to make music for my game in general. So I need to get on the ball when it comes to making music as well. And just having this thing sit around and collect dust is not a good thing. Let's get straight to opening this thing up. The first probably isn't the proper way to open a package, but we're just gonna give it a shot. Breaking off the seal. Yeah, let's talk just a little bit about music in general. Music and producing. The difference really between a musician and a producer, like a producer is still a musician, but when it comes to music, you're gonna start off practicing 30 to 45 minutes a day, probably an hour a day, up to about 2 hours. But a professional musician will practice for roughly 6 hours a day. And like, takes a lot. It's very hard to do that. Originally, what I wanted to do for this video was make a video where I open up this package and then I make a song in one day, or at least the time that I use to film this entire thing. That's not a bad idea. Just the only problem is, I think my music is crap. I think it could be a lot better, which is why I was talking about musicians and practicing and stuff like that earlier. But I definitely can't make a song within a day. I can take 6 hours a day and make a song. However, I don't want to spend 6 hours to make a song. You understand what I'm saying? I want to take my time to make music because I feel like I can make music that lasts longer. I would rather take my time to make a classic versus making some like whack ass song. I just want to take my time to make good music versus rushing and forcing out to make a song, which is why a lot of my music sounds like it sucks, because I was under a time restraints when I was first making a lot of my music. For example, the music that I used for the 3 months of game design, even if you like that song, I was actually under like a lot of, not necessarily pressure, but I was I could have done a lot more with that song had I taken my time with it. Like, I'll make something and I'll put it out there, but then it's like, oh snap, I realized I did this wrong, and I should have did this, and I should have did that, and that should have been better, and this should have been better. And I realized I'm not really too proud of what I'm putting out there. I opened up the top up here. I finally broken up the seal. There's a bit of plastic right here, as you can see, so that's why I brought the knife in the first place. I like to keep my packages, so okay, that's better. So you can actually see me open it up. Wow, that looks amazing. As you can see, comes in packaged pretty well. It's advertised on the box that it comes with a download of Ableton or Appleton. You know, these things just meant to keep it in place. I've moved around a lot in my life, so I'm just prepared to move at all times. So I keep boxes like this just around. So far, it looks like it comes with a construction manual. And this here is a USB cable, which is why I got it, because I prefer to use USBs. The only other MIDI keyboard I've had, it was just like a confusing mess. This is why I bought my Yeti mic as well, because USBs just makes installation a lot better. You plug it in, it installs the drivers or whatever it has to do automatically, and the computer recognizes the system. Just know that if you're gonna buy electronics, probably better if you go with the USB route. If you can't, then that's okay. You know, sometimes some things can't be avoided. Next, taking this out the plastic for the first time, and boy, does this already make my desk just look a lot more professional. And you know, this is my new desk, so it has this thing right here that pulls out, so I can just stack keyboard right here actually, and it's like comes out from under here. See if you get a better view of that thing. Okay, my actual comments, it feels really soft. See now, on the side of it here, you have this little hole here. You put this part of the USB connector into it. Should be fairly simple. Okay, it was a little hard to get in at first, but that's normal. And it works perfect for my laptop. The only bad thing is that my laptop only has so many USB ports into it. You hear that? It's setting up the Keystation Mini. And that's actually really nice too, that these lights actually come on here. Before we actually get into using LMMS, let's take a look at this instruction manual. It says, Ableton Live 9 Light. Say hello to your new studio. Ableton Live is a flexible music production environment that is also a powerful performance tool made to inspire creativity. That's why it's used everywhere, from the smallest bedroom studio to the world's biggest stages. Nice. And it actually comes with a code to get the light version. Okay, so this here is like the code. It has it on the back. It basically tells you to go to here and use this code to install Ableton Live. So you pay $100 for the keyboard, but then it also comes with a light version of Ableton. I've never used Ableton before. I've heard of it. I've seen other producers use it. I have two friends actually. They're in the techno scene here in Miami. They actually use that quite often. That's just their choice of music production software. I've never really got into the debate over which is better. Outside of that, there's this here. The M Audio Keystation MIDI manual. Okay, sorry, actually there's two things here. One is a quick start guide, and the other one here looks like a safety instructions warning manual. I guess there's no way to really tell what it does unless I plug it in. So let's go and give this a shot in LMMS. I guess what you're supposed to do is set up the MIDI input to the Keystation MIDI. And there you go. We have a bit of playback. Another thing is I should have loaded the bass into the song editor, but whatever. Doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, I'm going to try to go down an octave. That kind of sounds like a Bad and Bougie there. Oh, that's nice. I tried the sustain. That was really nice. Something I want to point out was that what's really nice about this keyboard is that when you're at middle C, which is right here, both of the lights are red, which is probably where it starts off at. So if I were to go higher again, now as you can see it changes colors, so it's like it becomes a brighter red and it can't go any higher than that. How you know it, that's the highest, because it starts to blink, and then you take it one octave down, take another octave down, and then where they're both red. So sorry, I believe this here would be middle C. As for sustain, works like a charm. I do like the different settings it has. It might take me a while to get used to all the settings because I'm really not much of a keyboard player or a pianist, but this is how I learned how to write music. I mean, I started off playing bass, then I picked up guitar, and then I started playing piano because of school. So when I got into songwriting, I already had a few instruments under my belt. I studied vocals as well. So I already knew quite a few things about making music. So by the time I got into songwriting, it was like, okay, I already know how to do all this stuff. So kind of put it together to create something. And at the end of the day, that's what music is about. Okay, so the point I was trying to make earlier was that it doesn't matter if you're a producer or a musician, you still have to put the exact same amount of time and effort into your craft in order to master it and be, the skill level that you want to be in it. I guess basically what I was trying to say was that while it would be cool to show you guys that I can make a song within a day, because I really care about my music, I want to take time to actually really master it. Like, you know what I mean? Like really sit down and write a song, like write a good song, like even with lyrics and different variations, because I realized that harmony can be interpreted different ways and a melody can be interpreted different ways. And when it comes to my music, I'm really about harmony. I play bass. That's what we do. We harmonize. We bring the groove. We make everybody have a fun time. That's the point of bass. That's why I love bass. You guys little grooves. This is also why you need to warm up first before you try showing off on YouTube. So anyhow, this brings me to the end of my video. Hope you guys enjoy. This is Keystation Mini 32. Bought it from Best Buy for $100. Seems to do the job pretty well. Gonna get this thing a test run. My name is Codemaster Jamal. Until next time, peace out.